bom dia, boa tarde, boa noite. Bem-vindos a outro podcast. Welcome to another podcast of Portuguese with Carla. Podcast 38. Eu sou a Carla e estou acompanhada
do Marlon.
Do Marlon.
Marlon que sou eu.
Sim. Então, Marlon.
Sim.
Tell us, what's the scene for today?
The scene for today is as follows.
Right.
We were going to call a friend to see if he wanted to go to the beach with us. Unfortunately, this friend of ours... unfortunately, I cannot find my phone. And so the whole scene today is me trying to figure out where I've managed to put my phone.
Did you say unfortunately or unfortunately?
Unfortunately, I think.
Right.
You're correcting my English.
No, not at all. I wouldn't dare. Right, so...
Okay, so if you want a dialogue with a transcript for this particular lesson or podcast, then, as usual, head over to Portuguese or ptwithcarla.com/podcast38.
Okay.
Okay, Carla.
Então, Marlon, let's go straight into the scene and then translation and then breaking it down. So everybody can follow along, repeat after us, and do some shadowing. So say it along with us.
So that's right at the end. Okay, let's start off then. Onde é que eu meti o telemóvel? Carla, viste o meu telefone?
Não. Será que não o deixaste no sapateiro?
Neves, já enviei uma mensagem ao Paulo depois de chegar.
Por que é que não telefonas do de casa?
Não vale a pena. Está no silêncio. Tinha a certeza que estava em cima da escrivaninha. É sempre a mesma coisa.
Calma, ele há de aparecer. De certeza que não fugiu. Já viste no casaco que tinhas vestido de manhã?
Já. Nada. Nem no casaco, nem na gaveta, nem em lado nenhum. Onde
João, o que é isso no bolso da tua camisa?
Olha.
És mesmo despassarado. Ok, tradução.
Translation.
Para inglês.
Okay, let's do it. Where did I put my mobile phone or mobile phone? Carla, did you see my phone?
No. Have you not left it at the shoemaker?
Nah. I've already sent a message to Paul after having gotten back.
Why don't you call it from the landline?
No point. It's on silence. I was sure I had left it on top of the desk. It's always the same thing.
Relax, calm down. It will show up. I'm sure it didn't run away. Have you checked the coats or the jacket you were wearing this morning?
Yep, nothing. Not on the coat, or jacket really. Not on the drawer, not anywhere. Where in the world?
João, what's that in your shirt's pocket?
Ah, go figure.
You really are despassarado. So I didn't translate my not in the textbook word thing, but you did translate yours.
Did I?
Yeah, I said no point.
Okay, well, we'll get to it in a
Anyway.
second, because there's more to it than just that.
Yes. Now, is it in the drawer or on the drawer?
In the drawer.
Very good.
What, did I say on the drawer?
You may have, but that's irrelevant.
Yes, Carla
Portuguese
correcting my English
podcast, not at all. Right, so break it down.
Okay, so this is the bit where we try to break down the pronunciation and just slowly you repeat after us. So in this case, after me. Telemóvel. Mobile phone. Not unlike the Brazilian would use celular, or they would say celular.
Yeah, celular.
Celular.
Cell phone.
Similar to the American English cellular or cell phone. They do pick a lot of stuff from America, don't they? Like they would call a laptop.
Yeah, we do too, but not as much
Not
as
as
they
much.
do, I don't think, no.
By the way, laptop in Portuguese, portátil.
Portable.
Yes.
Portátil.
Telemóvel. Meti o telemóvel. Meti. Meti o telemóvel. From the verb meter, to put, or to shove somewhere. Onde é que? Onde é que? Those three words are equivalent to the English where. Onde é que? Onde é que eu meti o telemóvel? Saying it quickly though, onde é que?
Onde é que?
Or onde é que, depending on the person. I'll probably say onde é que.
Do you stress the k as much as you
Onde
do
é que
now?
onde é que eu meti?
Onde é que eu meti?
Yeah, although the que would sort of fuse with the eu. Onde é que eu meti? As well. So again, onde é que eu meti o telemóvel? Carla, viste o meu telefone? So I used telefone here because sometimes, not as common, but sometimes we would use the word telefone, literally telephone, to refer to a mobile phone. Not as often though. Telefone. Viste o meu telefone? Carla, viste o meu telefone? And the whole thing. Onde é que eu meti o telemóvel? Carla, viste o meu telefone?
Não. Não. Será que não o deixaste no sapateiro? And that será que ou será que não is just, it is, será is the future form of the verb ser, to be. But in this case, it's just there to express a doubt, okay? I could have said, achas que não o deixaste no sapateiro? Do you think that you left, or you may have left, or you may not have left it there? Something like that. So, será que não is the equivalent of that. So, in English, it could be the equivalent of I wonder if you've left it in the shop. I wonder if you not left it there. Okay, in this case, we're using the negative form. Será que não? Será que não? Será que não o deixaste? O deixaste? Left it. So the o there is meaning, is referring to the phone, the mobile phone. O deixaste. O deixaste no sapateiro. Sapateiro. Será que não o deixaste no sapateiro? A frase toda, the whole phrase. Não. Será que não o deixaste no sapateiro? Mais uma vez. Once again, or once more. Será que não o deixaste no sapateiro?
All right. I say naps, which is another common way of saying no.
Yeah, nope.
Nope.
I suppose
Yeah.
just a slang for no.
Já enviei uma mensagem ao Paulo depois de chegar. Literally, I have already sent a text to Paul after having arrived. So from the end, we'll do a backwards build-up drill. Chegar. The infinitive of the verb to arrive. Chegar. Depois de. After. Depois de. Depois de chegar. Mensagem ao Paulo. Message to Paul. Mensagem ao Paulo depois de chegar. Já enviei. Já enviei. Já enviei uma mensagem ao Paulo depois de chegar. Naps. So it's almost like the second E is not there. Naps. Naps. Já enviei uma mensagem ao Paulo depois de chegar. Okay, so repeat after or with me this time. So let's do a sample of what a shadowing exercise would be. So in 3, 2, 1. Neves. Já enviei uma mensagem ao Paulo depois de chegar.
Is that okay?
That's good.
Right. Ok, me. Ok. Por que é que não telefonas do de casa? Why don't you call from the landline? From the phone that we have at home, from the landline. Por que é que não telefonas do? That is, why don't you call from the? So that would be from the phone of home.
Yeah.
So that O again would apply to the phone, the landline. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Telefone de casa is landline.
Yeah. So, por que não telefonas? Because there's the do and de. So, people looking at this would probably think that this is a repetition of the preposition and which one is right. But they're both right and they both fit in there. So, por que não telefonas do? Why don't you call from the, that's the do, and then from the phone, the word phone there, the landline would have been implied, from the phone of home.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. Então, por que é que não telefonas do de casa? Porque é que, ou porquê que, não telefonas, we really do ignore the E's in this word, telefonas. Porquê é que não telefonas do de casa? Do de casa. Okay, so let's say this twice and say it along with me. Por que é que não telefonas do de casa? Por que é que não telefonas do de casa? Okay, Marlon, over to you.
Okay. So I say, não vale a pena. Está no silêncio. So from the end, está no silêncio, it's in or in the silence or in silence mode. That's my mobile phone. Silêncio. Silêncio. Está, it is, está no silêncio. Está no silêncio. Okay, não vale a pena. That's one of those idiomatic expressions that we like to fit into our not in a textbook moments. So Carla, if you're ready. Carla's not ready.
I am ready.
Oh, she is. Okay.
Go.
Não valer a pena. Literal translation.
Worth the feather.
Meaning
when something is worthy or deserving the effort.
An equivalent expression in English.
It's worth it. In a negative form, it's no use.
Let's put it in context, Carla.
Não vale a pena fazeres birra, que eu já te disse que não te compro mais gomas.
Okay.
So that in context phrase, I'll just say it in English.
Sure, I was thinking.
So it's no use you making a what did I say? How did I say in English? Tantrum.
Tantrum, yeah.
Because I've already told you that I will not buy you any more sweets. Yeah? Não vale a pena fazeres birra, que eu já te disse que não te compro mais gomas.
Yeah, so that might have been a little bit confusing because this obviously the
affirmative and the
negative and the negative of that idiomatic expression. So não vale a pena is obviously it's no use. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
It's slightly different. It's no use is the perfect translation for this, I think. But you could also use it in the positive form. Vale a pena. So vale a pena os 50 euros de entrada. So it's worth the 50 euro entrance fee. Mm-hmm. Vale a pena. literally, as Carla said, worth the feather. No, it'd be interesting to see what the
Well, pena also
origin
means
of this.
pity, doesn't it? So.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
Right, okay, let's carry on.
Não vale a pena. Não vale a pena. Não vale a pena. Está no silêncio. In the next sentence I say, tinha a certeza que estava em cima da escrivaninha. I was sure it was on top of the desk. Escrivaninha. That's a long-winded word. Escrivaninha. ES at the beginning of the words. We don't really pronounce the E, it's more the SH sound. Escrivaninha. Tricky one at the end, NH, nha. Escrivaninha. Estava em cima. Estava em cima. Estava em cima da escrivaninha. Certeza que. Certeza que. Tinha a certeza. Tinha a certeza que. Tinha a certeza que estava em cima da escrivaninha. And again, tinha a certeza que estava em cima da escrivaninha. And the last thing I say, é sempre a mesma coisa. It's always the same story. It's always the same thing. É sempre a mesma coisa. So, mesma coisa. Mesma coisa. É sempre a mesma coisa. Okay? So the whole thing, the whole line, não vale a pena. Está no silêncio. Tinha a certeza que estava em cima da escrivaninha. É sempre a mesma coisa. Alright, Carla.
Okay. Calma. Relax. Calm down. Chill. Calma. Ele há de aparecer. De certeza que não fugiu. Ele. It. Or he. Because really we don't have it. And then verb following it. Ele há de aparecer. De certeza que não fugiu. I am sure it hasn't run away. So it will turn up. Is going to appear. I'm sure it hasn't run away. So há de, before, I don't know if some of you have come across this one, used to be hyphenated, but according to the new orthographic agreement, it's no longer hyphenated. Há de. So that haver de is just, it has the intention of to go, going to. So it's basically future. But it's sometimes haver can mean to have. But in this case, it's just meaning future, and it does sort of sound like a ir, going to, is going to appear. Maybe not in the near future, as you'd like it to, but at some point it's going to come to turn up.
Yeah, that's a good translation there, Carla.
Yeah, all right. Okay, so let's go through this then. Calma. Ele há de aparecer. Now, all these words, apart from the de, and apart from the a, start with a vowel, il, but a really, because we ignore the h, let's say starts with a vowel as well. So see how they merge together. Ele há de, and then you have aparecer. So we're going to drop the e from de. Ele há de aparecer. Did you see that? That's what we... I'm sorry about that, but this is what we do. Ele há de aparecer. Sometimes you can actually drop the e from the de or just pronounce as if it's an I. Ele há de aparecer. Ele há de aparecer. Okay, so I'll say that again. Ele há de aparecer. Ele há de aparecer. De certeza de certeza que não fugiu. Que não fugiu. So repeat or say it along with me. Calma, ele há de aparecer. De certeza que não fugiu. Once again, mais uma vez. Calma, ele há de aparecer. De certeza que não fugiu. Ok? E a segunda frase, the second phrase. Já viste no casaco que tinhas vestido de manhã? Have you checked the jacket that you had on this morning or that you had dressed or you were wearing this morning? Já viste? Have you already seen? Já viste? Já viste no casaco? Já viste no casaco que tinhas vestido? Que tinhas vestido? Que tinhas vestido de manhã? Que tinhas vestido de manhã? Ok? Então, esta frase ou esta pergunta, this phrase or this question, along with me, guys. Já viste no casaco que tinhas vestido de manhã? Mais uma vez. Já viste no casaco que tinhas vestido de manhã? Okay. Actually, let's say the whole thing now. Say it along with me. It's a long one. Calma, ele há de aparecer. De certeza que não fugiu. Já viste no casaco que tinhas vestido de manhã? Mais uma vez. Calma, ele há de aparecer. De certeza que não fugiu. Já viste no casaco que tinhas vestido de manhã? Okay.
Okay, that was a long one, Carla.
Yeah.
And I say already, yes. Já. I have done so, yes.
Já vi.
Já vi.
I've seen it already. Or...
Yeah. Nada, nothing. Nada. Já. Nada. Nem no casaco, nem na gaveta, nem em lado nenhum. Onde raio? Ok. Nem no casaco. Not in the... Neither... Nem is, I think, the most... Yeah, the most accurate translation would be neither. Neither in the jacket. Nem no casaco.
Or the drawer.
Neither on the drawer. So you could say that.
See, neither on?
Neither on or in.
Neither in.
Neither in, I would say. Yeah, because it's in the jacket, like one of the pockets in the jacket.
Yeah.
So in English, you would say neither in the jacket, nor in the drawer, nor anywhere else. But in Portuguese, we always use the same one. Nem no casaco, nem na gaveta, nem, etc., etc.
Nem, sometimes we actually say nem no casaco ou na gaveta. But because you were saying several ones, nem no casaco, nem na gaveta, nem em lado nenhum. But you could have said or.
Yes, I guess you could.
Neither.
Nem no casaco, na...
I suppose in Portuguese we tend to say nem, don't we?
I think it's more nem, yeah.
Yeah.
You're correct.
I'm
the
thinking in
sense that-
English, I suppose.
Yeah. Nem no casaco.
All right, forget about that one. Let you carry on.
Yeah, I think it's possible, but yeah, more common. Nem, 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 nem. Nem no casaco. Casaco. S between vowels becomes a Z sound. Z. Nem no casaco. Nem na gaveta. Drawer. In the. Nem na gaveta. That na is a combination of in the Portuguese em, a, because gaveta is feminine. That's why the difference for casaco you have nu, because nu is a combination of em and u, which is a masculine article. Nem em lado nenhum. Lado is place in this context, and nenhum meaning
Nowhere.
no, yeah.
Well, nenhum. Yeah, none.
None, yeah. No
Or
other place.
No. Yeah.
Nem em lado nenhum. nem em lado nenhum. I know that sounds like you're repeating the negative, but that's colloquially correct. And then I just use an expression at the end, which, is very common. Onde raio, literally, where raio is like, if you have a
could be ray, a ray of sunshine, raio de sol.
Could be a
lightning
ray. But in this, it just means where in the world, and I'm being...
Sort of, yeah. Yeah, that's sort of the equivalent expression, isn't it?
Onde raio, R beginning of the word, becomes the hard
Mas
R.
que raio, com mil raios. So many expressions meaning that.
The whole thing again then, the whole thing. Já, nada, nem no casaco, nem na gaveta, nem em lado nenhum. Onde raio? Okay. So if you just want to go through that with me, but at the same time as I'm saying it, in 3, 2, 1. Já, nada, nem no casaco, nem na gaveta, nem em lado nenhum. Onde raio?
Ok. João, o que é isso no bolso da tua camisa? What is that?
In your shirt's pocket.
Yeah, or in the pocket of your shirt. Or in your shirt's pocket. Então, João, a lot of you I know have some difficulties pronouncing this name. It's João. João. O que é isso? What's that? O que é isso no bolso da tua camisa? What's that? O que é isso? O que é isso no bolso da tua camisa? Da tua camisa. Okay. So the whole question. Say it along with me. João, o que é isso no bolso da tua camisa? Mais uma vez e mais rápido. Once more and quicker. João, o que é isso no bolso da tua camisa? Okay.
And then I just say, olha. As we translated it, it's a... Oh.
Huh, go figure or look.
Ah. Okay, olha. I'm not instructing Carla to look anywhere because olha...
I've already looked.
In a dictionary, it'd probably be like... you would look at the verb olhar, and that would be the...
To look.
The conjugation of this, the imperative of eu, tu, the second person singular. Anyway.
Yeah.
Olha. That's pretty easy to pronounce. Olha.
Well, it's the LH, which is a difficult sound for many of you.
I guess.
But I think, and this has helped one of my students that really did struggle with it, thinking of the word in English, lure. L-U-R-E. Lure. For some reason, L-U in English sounds like very close to the sound L in Portuguese. So if you think of that sound in that word, if you're an English speaker, maybe that will help you pronounce the LH in Portuguese words. Olha. Olha. Yeah? Olha. You get it? Okay. Right.
I get it.
Okay, good. So my line, és mesmo despassarado. Mesmo means the same when you have the article with it. O mesmo, a mesma, os mesmos, as mesmas. In this case, you do not see an article. We use it to emphasize something, to highlight it. So you really are. The word for you is not there, but it's implied by the és. Tu és mesmo despassarado. What's despassarado?
Despassarado. Literal translation.
Birdless.
Meaning?
Refers to someone who is easily distracted.
An equivalent expression in English.
Head in the clouds.
And let us put this in context, please, Carla.
Ando tão despassarada que meti a roupa no balde do lixo e o lixo na máquina de lavar.
Okay. Do you want to translate that in context a bit?
Yeah, so I've been so distracted, or my head has been in the clouds. I don't know if I could say that like that. But anyway, I've been so distracted that I've put my clothes, or I've put the clothes in the bin and the rubbish in the
Washing machine.
washing machine.
Interestingly, as we were researching this expression,
Despassarado ou despassarada.
yeah, a lot of websites would put this as clumsy. It's not. That is inaccurate.
Well, I suppose because clumsy
There is a connection.
means more in a physical sort of way.
Yeah.
When you drop things, when you bump into things all the time. And despassarada is more of a mental thing rather than a physical.
Yeah, exactly. So clumsy would be in Portuguese more like trapalhão or trapalhona. Although despassarado, as Carla said, is more of a mental thing. So it's just somebody who's easily distracted.
Okay, this is it, right?
Yeah, and this has been a long one. Perhaps not for you, because it's not a tremendously long podcast, but it has been for us because the audio has been a bit of a problem.
Yes.
So it's like the second time we're recording this.
We're not home.
But all good.
So we don't have our microphones, we don't have our usual equipment, but hopefully it's clear still and you will benefit from it, no doubt.
Carla, we did post from this last podcast until this one. We did post a video, did we not?
Yes, a video on the best 10 European Portuguese free apps. So this is Marlon's review on these 10 apps. And, you know, he does tell you which one he thinks is the best, really. And I think you guys should totally watch it.
Totally.
Totally.
It's a bit long. Carla always complains that my YouTube videos, whenever I make some, are on the longish side. It is.
Some people appreciate that. I think all the comments that you have to make are valuable. So please, when you get a chance, do watch it. You will definitely benefit from it.
I will put a link to the video on the page for this podcast. So ptweekcar.com/podcast38. That would be the easiest way to get both the dialogue and any valuable links that we might refer to here.
Okay.
Thank you for all your comments. Thank you for all the subscribers. Carla, we did hit a bit of a landmark
on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yes, we have now 1,000 subscribers. Well, actually, slightly over 1,000. So thank you very much for listening to our podcasts. And we're just very pleased that we are able to help you learn our beautiful language and understand that culture a little more.
Good. So that's youtube.com/Portuguese with Carla.
All right.
Good, Carla. So should I put the end jingle here and say goodbye to everyone?
Yes. All right.
Ciao.
Ciao. Adeus.